today is the SW Herts Link for Growth TV page. You can see how you can get in touch with us through Twitter, and in a moment our web feed and website address is along the bottom there, which is http://bit.ly/L4G SW Herts, and you should write the capitals as it is. We have a very, very full day today. We're hoping that Chris is going to join us from Budapest at some point or other. But we've got a big couple of events coming up, or have had a couple of events for Microgreen Foundation as well as Link for Growth. So perhaps, Catherine, you can give us a brief rundown on what's been happening for Link for Growth, Microgreen Foundation rather, and then we'll talk about the other bits in more detail as we go in.
Okay, it's been an interesting time with the Microgreen Foundation recently. There's been various things going on, and there's various things coming up. So we've got a lot of runners running for us over the next few weeks and months. More on that later. Looking well ahead to September, we will have a night of magic and comedy coming up. There will be a flyer that I'll post on the website and various links to the website. I'll post underneath this broadcast when it's done. But yeah, more to come.
Okay, and Neal, who's joining us from the Reason Coffee Shop on the Parade in Watford Town Centre. Perhaps you could say a little bit about what you're going to be talking about this afternoon, please, Neal.
Hi, Diane. How you doing? Hi, Catherine.
Thanks.
Hey. Yeah, so today I'm going to be giving a bit of an update of what's been happening in the shop, and a little bit of sports news locally, and an update on some Link for Growth events.
Okay, well, I suppose in the past week we've had a fairly busy week, Link for Growth-wise, in terms of we had the Link for Growth coffee in the new venue in Croxley Green in the kitchen there, and I didn't go, but I'm told by those who did that it was very well received, and that there were quite a few people out there sort of enjoying the cakes and the coffee and everything. I saw reports that said fantastic lemon drizzle cake. You know, perhaps that's something you can put on the menu, Neal.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of people's favourites, but I haven't found a decent one yet for the shop. But I'll keep trying.
Okay. And then this morning there was the Link for Coffee and the Waterways Canal experience. Unfortunately, there weren't that many people there, but it did give me the opportunity to speak to people in a bit more detail about what the Waterways charity are doing. They say they're busy looking for more volunteers. They're hoping that the boating events will become, that we had last month, will become a regular feature over the summer, providing we get enough people busy coming in to coming in and pre-booking on the event. Okay, Neal. Talking of sort of other events, it's been quite a big week in terms of politics. So perhaps you could start off by telling us about the Young Green event that was last Saturday. I know Alex took part.
Yeah, so the Young Green event was held in the town centre on Saturday. It was a national day of action for the Greens, and they were outside in the parade, playing music, giving out leaflets, just talking to people about green events. And the local MP, Aidan, came and gave a speech to the Young Greens, which went down very well, and they all seemed very energised and keen to get active. It's good to see young people getting active. It doesn't really matter what political spectrum they're from. We need young people to take part in democracy, so it's good to see. And on the same day, BBC were in the town centre interviewing all the parliamentary candidates for BBC News, which is great, because Watford's a bellwether constituency, so there's a lot of interest in what's going to happen in Watford. So that's what's been going on this week as far as politics goes. For the next week, there's some hustings. There's already been hustings this week, sorry. There was 3. There was on Monday. There was the Parkinson's held a hustings at Stanborough Centre. On Tuesday, the Federation of Small Businesses held a hustings at the West Herts College, which I went to, which was very interesting. And on Thursday, Christians across Watford held a hustings at Beecham Grove. It's great to see all the candidates turning up for these events and taking them seriously. They've been really good debates so far. There's 2 more left. One on Tuesday at Queen's School. So if you are interested in politics, you want to know what the local candidates are standing for, get along to that one. And a big one on Wednesday, the 29th of April at 7 p.m. to 30 p.m. at Watford Grammar, which is organised by the Watford Observer. And I've got a feeling that'll be the largest of the hustings.
Okay, I gather, Catherine, you were at the one last night.
I was, yes. It was a good event, very well attended, very well organised. Everyone was very civil with each other, which was nice to see. There were a few hecklers in the crowd, particularly heckling Richard Harrington and also the UKIP candidate. But they all spoke very well. They all seemed to get their ideas across. It was also nice to see a little bit of personality to each of them as well, particularly some of the newer candidates were a bit new to it all. But yes, it was a good event. Glad I went.
Just a quick word about the Tuesday night event. There was one funny moment there where when Richard Harrington was going to give his first 2-minute speech, Mayor Dorothy decides to pour out her ice water and quite rudely interrupt him with a big clanging of ice in the glass, which Richard didn't seem to take too well of, because when it was her time to speak, he made sure he poured as many glasses of ice water out as he could, which was very funny. I'm not sure how many people noticed that, but it made me chuckle.
Yes, yes, a little bit of jousting between the candidates, perhaps. Yeah.
Well, it all sounds like good fun for a political hustings meeting. I also gather that Chris is about to start on the second round of interviews, but no doubt we'll hear more from him. But he's done quite interesting results from the first round of hustings. It was only last Friday that he finally managed to interview the Green candidate, Aidan. He's yet to become the MP, Neal.
Well, it's going to be tough for Aidan this time, but he's winning the views on Chris's interviews by quite a long way. So there's obviously a lot of active Greens and young Greens out there. It'd be good if some of the other parties could pick up and share the videos of their candidates as much. Everyone needs to hear their opinions, and these interviews are really good because they're so informal compared to what you're likely to see on mainstream television. You get more of a feel for the person themselves and what they really believe. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next round. I believe Chris has already lined up a couple, and as far as I'm aware, all 5 candidates have agreed to do a second round of interviews. So I think it's going to be a bit more probing this time, and he's going to be gathering questions from viewers. So if anyone's got a question for any of them, please send it to Chris.
Okay, great. And the other thing was moving on from the kind of politics of it to the Wednesday night and the Microgreen Foundation fundraiser, Catherine.
Absolutely. It was a cookery demonstration organised by ourselves and the charity JDRF, which stands for Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. We put together a cookery demonstration to raise some money towards the 2 marathon runners that we have running on Sunday. Our runner is Jordan Lewis, who has type 1 diabetes. He's a young man. He was diagnosed at the age of 7. So he knows all too well about the condition and how to manage it. He very kindly offered to run for us. His brother is running for JDRF. So it'll be the 2 of them running together, which is really nice. But we were raising money to put towards that fund. They have to pay a certain amount of money to be able to run in the first place, and we'll all be there on Sunday celebrating that. But the cookery demonstration was run by a lady called Sylvia Nakamuli. She's an Italian Jewish lady who comes from Rome. She demonstrated canapes. I think it was 6 canapes altogether. Really, really tasty things. And once she demonstrated them, they all came round, ably assisted by a band of waitresses, volunteers from friends and family, and they were really, really tasty. There was a raffle as well with some fantastic prizes donated from lots of local organisations, restaurants and what have you. And altogether the evening raised just over £3,000, which will be split between the 2 charities.
Okay, so I mean it was a very good event. I was there taking a few photos, and I think you've got them up on the Microgreen website if people are interested to see some of the stuff that was being prepared and being cooked. And it was absolutely delicious, the canapes. And I'm not too sure though that I'm into stuffing cherry tomatoes.
It was quite time consuming. If you ask the volunteers who were in the kitchen at the time, I think the comments were, "I never want to see another tomato again." But they did a really good job. Everyone who helped did a really good job.
Okay, Neal, I gather one or two bits have been happening in the town centre.
Right, so town centre, yeah, there's been a bit going on this week. The council doing their spring clean, so the pavements are all getting a good wash down, ready for the summer, and the pond is being cleaned out, which is really, really nice to see. Turns out part of the problem the pond needs to be cleaned out is because of the poor design, but it's good to see that they're keeping it clean. And despite everyone's belief that there are no fish in the pond, there was a picture taken by myself last week to prove that there are, because there's a heron with a fish in its mouth, and it's been back every day, so they must be hiding in there somewhere. So if anyone sees a fish in the pond, let us know. Yeah, in the town centre, that's it for the town centre at the moment.
Okay. We were going to have Alex talking about the beer festival, but he unfortunately can't join in today. So, Catherine.
Not that we're big drinkers in our house or anything, but we'll be there. Yes, it's the Fullerion's Beer Festival. They hold it once a year. I think they're raising money in aid of the Fullerion's Clubhouse Fund. Tonight there will be a collection of 20+ ales and at least 10 ciders. There will be live music, food, entertainment. When we went last year, I'm not sure if Richard Harrington was there, but certainly Dorothy Thornhill popped in to say hello. So again, it's a popular local town event. It's free to turn up. Tonight, I think it starts at 6 till 11. Saturday is from 2 in the afternoon till 11, and Sunday is 11 in the morning till 4. Come on down.
Okay, so how many of the beers and ciders are you proposing to town?
Well, I would have to leave the beers to Nick. That's not my department. Of the 10 ciders, I don't know. Let's go for half.
Well, we're expecting a good review of the event next week from you.
Absolutely. My handwriting might get a little shaky towards the end, but I'll see what I can do.
Okay, we'll have to give a score of out of 10, or rank them 1 to 10 or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to what's happening in this week and everything. Neal, you've launched a new initiative to do with Thrive and colouring. Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, so we're just waiting to confirm the start date because just waiting on stock. But very much craze at the moment is colouring for adults. But one of the great things is it's very therapeutic. So I'm starting a art therapy colouring to help people relieve themselves of stress. And obviously being in the surrounding where the Thrive program is held, if people need more help than that, they can get it. But if they just want to come along and have a chat and relax with like-minded people who just want a coffee and get away from it all for a little while, then they're going to love it. I've had a really good response. As I say, I'll have the details shortly, and you'll be able to see them on the Reason Coffee Shop Facebook page early next week.
Okay, great, good. I gather this week is also a big week for running fans. Well, the London Marathon on Sunday, but starting tomorrow more locally, Marek, one of the local Link for Growthers, is starting a running club.
Yep, Marek, life is pretty much dedicated to running these days. So anyone who wants to run, and it's for all levels, starters to experienced runners, they can meet 9 a.m. in Castleberry Park at the entrance near Parkside Drive, and Marek will be there waiting for them, and he will show you how to run. He'll give you all the techniques you need, dietary advice, whatever you want. Marek's your man, and so join in.
Well, that kind of fun.
Very quickly, Diane. Can I just say very quickly, Marek is also running 5 races over the next few months to raise money for the Microgreen Foundation. His next race coming up is on the 3rd of May, and it's the World Run that he's taking part in. So we wish him well for that.
Okay. Well, Chris is trying to join us, but not very successfully at the moment. It just sounds like a whole load of static. That's sorted out. We'll move on to you and talking about Sunday's runners. So when you briefly outlined that Jordan is running for you, how much have you guaranteed or raised so far, and how much will he raise?
Well, so far on his Virgin Money Giving page, he's raised just over.
I don't know whether you can hear me, but I'm struggling to hear you. I'm actually, if you can hear me, I'm in Blahaluzatare, which is about a 10-minute bus ride from the town centre. And I'm going to get on a bus and go down there and see if my reception is any better. But so I'm going to say cheerio now, and I'm going to grab a bus, and I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, Chris. See you soon.
Okay. Meanwhile.
Catherine, if you could carry on. Obviously, our foreign correspondent hasn't got his act together yet in terms of the technology. So perhaps you could carry on talking about Marek.
Absolutely, I shall fill in. Jordan so far has raised just over £2,200 on his giving page. I'll post the link underneath this broadcast again as well. If anybody wants to donate, then obviously please do. He's aiming to run in less than 4 hours this year. He apparently ran it last year in 4 hours 40. So he's hoping to better his time this year. Nick and I will be there to cheer him on. We'll be somewhere near the JDRF stand. I think they've got a number of runners running. So we'll be around that sort of area. Somewhere on Tower Bridge. If you see us waving, then then you've done very well to spot us in the crowd. But yeah, it should be a really good day.
And is he running just as himself, or is he running as a giant sugar cube, or something else?
No, I think he'll be focused on running as fast as he can for himself. Yeah, no silly costumes here.
There is a chap from Rickmansworth called Andy Nice who's actually trying to break the record for the fastest time a football mascot has done the marathon in, and he's running it as Harry Hornet. So there's a lot of funny sights to be seen.
Absolutely, yes, I saw.
It's amazing how they even get round in those things.
Absolutely, they have to practice a lot in hot weather to deal with the sweat, I think. But wow.
And talking of Harry Hornet, I gather Watford have got a couple of big events, football games coming up that are likely to affect the town centre this Saturday and next Saturday. Yeah,
they have indeed. Depending what happens, Watford could become a very sombre place or could become a party town for the next couple of Saturdays. So tomorrow at 12:15, Watford are kicking off away at Brighton, but it's a televised game. And so there's going to be a lot of people in the town centre watching that. There is an outside chance that they could get guaranteed promotion tomorrow, but that's a very outside chance. And if they do, expect a big party. The following Saturday, they're home, 12:30 kickoff, which is a full sellout, so the town's going to be busy. And again, if Watford do go up, expect to see the people in the pond and every pub, people spilling out of pubs. And if you don't like that sort of thing, it's probably going to be worth avoiding Watford next Saturday.
It's probably a good reason why they cleaned out the pond this week, then.
There could be. It could be the reason, yeah. Personally, I'm a football supporter, so I'll be one of the people in town having a beer celebrating.
Okay, well, I hope you have something to celebrate, Neal.
Well, you got to be confident. They're the best team in the league so far, so 2 more games to keep up that record.
Yeah, only 2.
Yep, that's only 2 games left, and we're top at the moment. We've got the strongest squad, the best strike force. Let's see if they can hold their nerve.
So as a Luton supporter, you'd be keen if they went up, would you?
Well, Luton, I won't say too much about Luton, but they're back in the league, so bless them. That's about it on the football front.
Right, okay. Well, I think that's about all the sports news we have at the moment, but Yeah. We've got a couple of Link for Growth events coming up. Monday we've got the Link for Coffee at the Cafe Loco in Moore Park, Northwood area, which is down by Moore Park Tube Station. I gather that it's usually a good event and it's well attended, and that people seem to have a good time every time they go. I think Alex is hosting that this time in Chris's absence. But Alex isn't here to confirm or deny that. But we'll blame Alex and say that he's hosting it for us.
Yeah, blame Alex.
Right, okay. Right.
Yep, and on Monday evening we've got my one at Reason Coffee Shop starting at 5:30, so it'll be good to give good attendance to that. I'll be tweeting and Facebooking and trying to get people involved and showing them what Link for Growth is all about. On Tuesday we have Link for Coffee at 10 a.m.
Sorry,
at
Neal,
Cardinal Point.
What are the start and end times of your events on Monday evening?
Sorry, it starts at 5:30 and it ends at 8 o'clock, so you can come down any time. You don't need to be there at the start. So on Tuesday, 10 a.m. is Link for Coffee at Cardinal Point in Ricky. What else have we got? Thursday, 6 p.m. We've got Link for Drinks in the Three Crowns in Bushy, so it'll be good to see some Bushy residents at that.
Yeah, and
then on
I mean that's
Friday,
that's almost a brand new event. It's only sort of like had taken place twice before, I think, and so yes, we're looking for more people from that part of Watford, part of South West Hertfordshire, I should say, to come along. And it's equidistant between Bushy and Bushy Heath, so it's a fairly easy place to get to, and it's a nice large pub. So if you're free on Thursday evening, then do come along. Talking of drinks, actually, there's a Link for Drinks in Hitchin. I know that's slightly out of area on Tuesday evening, but quite a few people from South West Herts go. I know Chris does, and I think Tanya went last time. So perhaps it's a good opportunity to, as it were, link in with other districts.
yeah, absolutely. As far I haven't attended one myself, but yeah, Chris and Tanya reported it was a very good event last time.
Yeah. And the other thing that's coming up is Link for Coffee on Thursday in the Beach Cafe in St Peter's Street in St Albans, which is a lovely venue. Again, this is a fairly new venue, and I know that Danny is trying to get the Central Herts district up and running, and he hasn't got say the facilities at the moment, or the support, I should say, to build this, do a TV show and stuff like that yet. But he's working long and hard on it, and it's a lovely venue, a nice cafe. The first time I went there, the sun was shining beautifully. We've not had a bluer sky since, unfortunately, and with a nice log fire burning in the corner in the little lounge area at the front of the bar, which was a really nice kind of welcoming atmosphere. So I think that's a really good event. It's usually very well attended, lots of people going. So I think that's pretty good for them. And then Friday we've got the CSI lunch, and that's on that's because it's the first Friday of the month. It's strange that we're already talking about the start of May, and only seemed like yesterday it was Christmas.
Wow. Yeah, it's should be good. Looking forward to the next CSR lunch. It's always a good event. It's always a lively event, and very often new people come along, which is good to see.
Yeah, and then we've got a couple of competitions also running up, and I think who wants to talk about the selfie competition?
Well, I haven't done mine yet, but there's a lot being collated, and you can get them on the website, and also if you go on Twitter and put hashtag L4G selfie, you'll see what everyone around the country is doing, and it's quite impressive the number of pictures that are being taken. There's a lot of Link for Growth people out there, so it's good to see, really.
Are you an aficionado, Neal?
Yeah, I'll probably try to get one at the Monday event. I do own a selfie stick, I have to say. I don't get it out very often. Quite embarrassing.
That's bad.
I know it's bad. I know it's terrible.
Dear, oh dear. Yes, I have yet to do a selfie as well. Not being someone who particularly likes to be in photos. I prefer to be the other side of the camera, but I'll see what I can do.
You and the dog, perhaps, Catherine?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll do one tonight at the beer festival.
Oh, well, big bubbles as well, eh? And then the other competition we've got is a national competition, but it started off with an idea and discussion in this area, and what we're actually looking to do is to what we've done is we've asked people to take photos of trees and flowers in the Southwest Herts area. So hopefully that should, there we are. Yeah. So what we've got here is we're showing, the idea is to show trees and flowers in urban landscapes, and it's got to be an urban landscape because what we want people to do is to start looking at the area, some surroundings around them. So it kind of follows on from last year where we did that thing with the Watford Women's Centre where we just started off trying to get people to look at the buildings all around them, as opposed to just looking at the shop fronts. And I think we've found some quite nice architectural pieces in Watford, and bits that somehow the developers have managed to miss out. And of course, what we're now trying to do this year is get people to find trees and flowers in urban areas. For example, this one was taken only about 200 yards from the town centre of Watford. This one was taken on a tree along from the previous one. That was on a road. Sorry, that was taken on a roadside very close to Watford town centre, and it's by a railway bridge with back gardens and houses all around it. And that one was just taken on a piece of grass next to busy thoroughfare pavement on the way through to Watford. So the idea is that we just take these and get people to look at them, and each month there's a small prize coming to be won, and then at the end of October there will be a much bigger prize for the best photo of the whole lot. That will happen in the next few. That the competition goes on until end of October, and the winner will be announced in mid-November.
Excellent. Yeah, I've got a few ideas. I've seen a few pictures I'm going to get my entry in. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, just remember to put a hashtag in L4G photo 2015 is the hashtag, so we can find all the entries, because hopefully we're going to get entries in from around the country. But of course, last year we did very well. The Women's Centre had over 120 entries. It'd be great if we could get a lot more than that since it's gone nationwide.
Absolutely. I did take a photo yesterday when we were out at lunch, but it was just outside a pub. I don't know whether that counts.
I thought it was a bit too rural.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry, I'll find a different pub next time.
Next year's competition sorted out. Pictures at pub.
I've got a lot of entries for that already.
Well, we know who'd win then, won't we, Catherine? No aspersions made, but we know who'd win.
All right.
Well, I'm still waiting for news from our foreign correspondent, but he seems to have disappeared.
I think he's stuck on a bus somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's given up. So I think we've done about half an hour or so. So I think that's probably enough. Does anyone know? Have we missed anything out that you're aware of, or you want to add anything new?
Sorry, that's my doorbell going. No,
No, not really.
Oh, Richard's gone to join in.
Hey, here he is.
Hello. This is a bit like the radio hang in the 1950s. Only Hancock sketch.
Let's hope he's got better connection than last time.
Oh no, not from what I'm seeing at this end.
He's fading in and out like Doctor Who at the moment.
Yes. I think he's under arrest.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, gang.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, good.
They haven't come to arrest him.
I turned my camera off. I turned my camera off briefly. I turned the camera off briefly so that I can talk you through my situation.
What's happened? What have you done?
I don't have a headset with me, and the connection is, I don't even think it's 3G. But anyway, when you want me to, I'll give you a quick stroll through Herts, which is like the Oxford Street of Budapest, and maybe we'll catch a bit of the coffee shops and the Danube if we're lucky.
Okay, well I think, Chris, that time is now.
Okay, all right. Well, you may hear me, you may not, but I won't hear you because I'll just be talking. All right. So here goes. All right. I'm going to switch the video on and off we go. Okay, so I'm just going to switch the camera to the front camera. Okay, so here we are. This is Herts, which is like the Oxford Street of Budapest. Okay, so there's quite a few people here. It's been a lovely day here, 24, 25 degrees. I've been all over the place. And at the end of this street is a square called Vörös Marty Square, which is where the first metro of Budapest ends, and it goes up to a place called Herts, which is kind of Hero Square is the name of the place, but it's got lots of statues and monuments there. But up at the end of this street, Vörös Marty, they also have a Christmas market, which unfortunately you won't see today because clearly it's not Christmas. But I'm going to take a left up here as well when I get to the end, and hopefully walk through so I can show you the Danube, and there'll also be a chance to see the Kashtai district, which is on the other side of the Danube, and also the Citadel, which is up on the mountain. So but this square, which I'm coming to in a bit, has got a coffee shop on it, which is probably the most famous coffee shop in Budapest. But if we think we do al fresco in Watford, here's the real thing. It's amazing here. Really good. This is like, it's a bit more civilized than Oxford Street, really, I think. But here's where all the action is down in Budapest. So now, I don't know what's going on in this square up here, but I don't know whether you can see it, but there's a lot of like small wooden shacks and stuff. There's some music going on. Looks like some kind of party, but the other side of the square, I don't know whether you can see it behind the trees, is that big white building. Well, that building is the big coffee shop. You got artists in the street here. Look. There's a hell of a lot going on down here. I haven't been down here yet this trip, but as you can see, no shortage of stuff happening. I'm going to just go up and see this coffee shop, so they can take a look at it. But, that's quite fascinating, actually, for me as well. I hope you're enjoying this at home.
Well, the picture quality isn't that great, Chris. It's all coming out and it's looking sort of like a 1950s TV picture across the via satellite.
Yeah. So here we are. Here's this building I was talking about. It's behind these stalls. I'm gonna just wander around and show you it, but it's really quite impressive.
Chris,
Here we go. The cake.
You're breaking up, so I think we better end it there because we can't see you. It's all got horribly pixelated, but it was a nice try, and I think it's the first for Link for Growth to on its TV program to have a mobile broadcast from abroad. I know that Carol has done it sometimes from.
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be it then.
I think it's goodbye from Chris.
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, so I'm just. Yeah.
Cool. Well, great to speak to you both, and look forward to the next time I'm on.
Absolutely. Nice to speak to you both too. Thank you very much, Diane, for hosting. Done a great job.
Thank you, and there'll be more TV from Link for Growth next week. So anyway, in the meantime, if you want to get in touch, then go via use our Twitter feed, which is at L4G SW Herts, or contact us via email on our website rather on http://bit.ly/L4G SW Herts, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. In the meantime, have a good week and see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.